The Football Pod Club, on Off the Ball, in partnership with AIB, proud supporters of the AIB All-Ireland Club Championships for men's football, hurling, ladies football and Camogie, because we believe support is what gets you the life you're truly after.
How are you doing? And you're very welcome along to the Football Pod Club. We are in Killian's and Naul in North Dublin. We're pretty much in County Meath here. There's four of us making our debut in this pub. Sinead Goldrick, thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you.
Carla Rowe, how are you doing?
Yeah, good.
This is your home spot and you brought us all down here. Thanks so much.
Yeah, it's nice to be in Killian's, to drive 30 seconds down the road and have all of you go back through the traffic of town.
Yeah, exactly. Like, realistically, when someone's travelling from the other side of the world, we possibly should have put it on the south side of Dublin for Sinead Goldrick.
Yeah.
You've only landed back from Australia in the last 24 hours or so, have you?
Yeah. On Tuesday, so yeah,
Wow.
a bit jet lag.
Just for the pad, like?
Yeah, just for you guys. Just for you.
That's commitment to the pad.
Yeah,
Jimmy's
yeah.
coming up from Kerry, like. All the way from Australia.
5 hours.
She doesn't have a hen or anything coming up or a wedding. Or
You've done well now to squeeze this in because you've got a busy couple of weeks coming up too.
I do. So exciting.
Best wishes to that.
Class.
You're getting married before Christmas?
Yeah, 20th. So yeah, fortunately Carla can't make it, but yeah, there's like a good crew of Dublin girls and
Class.
everything, so it'll be nice.
That'll be amazing.
Very nice.
That'll be lovely.
Very
So
nice.
best of luck with that, and thanks so much for squeezing in the pod the night before your hen as well, which you actually don't know what's happening. So there's a bit of probably nerves with that too.
Yeah, I know. I'm just can't wait to see everybody. I think there's a good I haven't seen them in so long, so I'm just excited.
We're probably the first people you've seen. since
Yeah,
you got back.
I know, because we were chatting on the phone for half an hour last
Yeah,
week. Like, I was
yeah.
like, I haven't seen Irishie from ages. So.
get off the phone topic.
Yeah, that was
Yeah, I know.
No one's trying to hang
She
up
did
there,
her interview
like.
already. Carla, talk to us about this spot here, Killian's of Naul, a family-run pub.
Yes, it is the Killians, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
So
been
what's
around for
this
years.
is? It's like a shrine to Carla Rowe. I've seen photos around the place here of you as well.
I know, like it's our local, everyone here, as Gold you'll know from even matches being down here, it's very community based, like everyone knows each other, and yeah, there's been some good nights here. I have a jersey that I framed and I keep telling them I'll bring it down, and now we're here.
Well, now you've
I
said
never
it
got it
publicly.
down.
Lovely spot right there, like.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
waiting for you.
Oh, no, they're brilliant. The Killians, Ross and Sophie and all the guys behind the bar.
Class.
It's nice to be down here today.
Yeah, and James, you're kind of yourself to Schneider with the fire there in the background, you know.
I was saying the left side of my leg here is just scalding. I think the jeans are just printed onto the leg.
But there's
Beautiful spot, though,
There's
isn't it?
something special about going for a pint and there being an open fire there. It's hard to
There
leave.
is. I don't know, will we get on the road this evening?
We're struggling.
Would it be
No
nice to stay
hotels, but
Yeah.
we'll find this place.
There's horses outside anyway.
up? Get lift somewhere.
We'll get sorted. What have the last, this is a very open-ended question, what have the last couple of weeks and months been like? I'm going to come to you in both different ways here because it's probably been different for the two of you. You've gone to Australia and you've had an AFL season once more with the Melbourne Demons.
Yeah.
How's that gone?
Yeah, so we unfortunately lost in the semi-final to North Melbourne, so they'd kind of be, I think, like, they haven't lost a game in like 2 seasons. But
27-0 this year.
Yeah, so we actually were the first team to kind of put it up to them, and we lost. So
Okay.
yeah, definitely kind of, you're walking off the pitch. We've had it all Ireland when you lose, when you nearly had it. So yeah, that's probably disappointing. But overall, yeah, I'm just back, so just trying to reflect on everything. But yeah, it was like good season overall for the team.
And it's like, it happened so quickly probably after that brilliant All-Ireland success in August, just straight over.
Yeah.
So it's
yeah.
kind of hard to luxuriate in the brilliance of what happened. And
Exactly, I think,
August.
and the last, after we won the All-Ireland and the fun we had and everything, it was just great. I think, yeah, even my family, my mom, were just, all the kids, it was just such a special time, and then you're back over doing the Bronco again, so,
Yeah, pre-season.
yeah, well, no, I think it was 1 week, and then we had games with AFL, so yeah, you're kind of, it's great and everything like that, but yeah, you don't really
So how long did you get to celebrate the All-Ireland?
3 days, yeah.
I think you were gone on Thursday, were you?
Yeah, and then flew on the Thursday.
You're a bit older now, Jimmy. I don't think you can do this more
Just
than 3
getting going
days.
after it.
Yeah, and then yeah, you're back into it. So yeah.
Oh, yeah. What's it like? I always think, do you know when you're playing for your club or your county, the nerves before a big game, what's the comparison then to playing in Australia in terms of your nerves and your desire to win? Do you know,
Yeah.
is it the same?
I feel like, Gaelic is number one hands down, and obviously your club. But obviously with Melbourne, I've been there for 4 or 5 seasons, so it just shows the connections you have each year, it grows, and your love.
It's getting more and
You
more
know the way when
important.
you know it, but at the start I'm like, what is this? You know the way, but then now I'm over there, and I do feel it's like, I have Foxcab, Dublin and Melbourne, which I wouldn't have said maybe 2 or 3 years ago, but it just shows when you're kind of trying to achieve something with the team and like you haven't got it yet, that you know that
You're
that
finding
drive.
your feet for a few years, I suppose.
Yeah, and then you're just trying to do a different sport. So your nerves are much higher because you don't feel as confident kind of going in an AFL if you felt.
And do you find it like, is it a world apart, the two sports, or do you find
like
it's okay to kind of match them?
Like I think there's nothing better than Gaelic football, if you know what I mean. But obviously there's like, I like how our Melbourne Demons, like we try to play a different style of game, so I like how we try to approach the game.
Okay.
Do you watch AFL? Do any of you guys watch AFL?
A bit of
Bit of it.
It's a longer game.
I caught the grand final there. Blind Bogue, and there was
Yes.
Eric O'Shea was involved as well, and a couple of others. But I haven't caught much of it over the last couple of years. It's a very different game. Like it
used to be very good on TG Car.
Well, I love the international rules back in the day.
Coverage is good.
I love that, but I don't know. Is there less? I don't want this to be disparaging, but is there less maybe panache in AFL? Like, is it a bit more physical, a bit more?
Yeah, like a lot more. And like I look at it in terms of AFLW is 8 years in association, so like the standard and level, is increasing each year. Where you look at ladies Gaelic football, and it's like 50 years in association.
70,
or 70.
No, sorry, the 70s. Yeah, you're right.
So. Yeah, like you get the young kids coming in now in AFLW and their skill level is way higher, and it's getting much better each year. Like our team are kind of maybe the top 4 each year, so like the standard of our players are high, if you know what I mean. But there's a disparity.
But even the Irish are driving the standard over there, aren't they? Like even in the team of the years.
Yeah, Jen
the Irish are getting like 5 a season.
Yeah,
which is mad.
So, and even Brian Bogue, I think she didn't get a game last year, and then she came on in North Melbourne and like got an All-Australian and won. So like, you know what I mean? The Irish you're very proud of the energy that they're bringing over there. I think
it makes the transition easier, Sinead, as well, doesn't it? That you're kind of going in. It's particularly you've been over there about nearly 4 or 5 years. The game is probably very much so when it's in its infancy then.
Yes.
The Irish players are, like you say, maybe the leaders in it.
100%.
Yeah, so it makes it a lot easier to help settle in, and the fact that look, there's a community of you guys over there as well, like makes it not as difficult if you're going over on your own type thing.
100%, and it's like the standard, like our S&C and the training we do in Dublin, like you're at the same level as everything, if you know what I mean. So you wouldn't be able to do it.
Is it the same?
Yeah, you wouldn't be able to do it without like the Dublin, the way.
You couldn't just lend over.
Yeah, you kind of do come in at a good like fitness level and everything. Yeah.
I think that's the difference when it comes to the men's game, and I'll be honest, I thought we'd get into this part of the chat a little later, but
You skewed now.
Check the notes.
I'm not, no, but I just mean like
pool of sweat there on the yeah.
And that's not the fire. But it is the talent at the top. Like you mentioned the All-Australian, like 5 out of the 21 are Irish footballers. And it's, when we think of the LGFA and the journey that women's football has gone on, you guys were part of that peak as it started to grow across the 2010s. And was there 57,000 people in Croke Park in 2019 for that? Was that your
terrible match?
Third in a row?
Yeah.
Goal game in the rain. The biggest attended crowd in Europe, and I think Goldie scored a goal because it bounced off her shin.
It all counts.
And everyone got soaked.
Yeah, but like women's football was on this rise, and then AFLW was kind of launching around the same time, and they've obviously springboarded off the brilliant work that's happening in terms of the progression. But LGFA and Ireland can go so much further than it's already gone, right?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, I think it's obviously fantastic. On the other side, I'm like, oh my god.
Well, you're Dublin captain, and seeing your teammates now. Yeah. It was fine at the start; they could nearly split the two, but it's not getting to that stage anymore. Like.
Yeah, and I think the thing with Dublin that's been good is like the girls have set a precedent in Dublin that you come back like when you can, if possible. But I'm not sure. You'll know better. The season is now being it's problematic. I think I don't know if it's going to be possible to do that, and that's where. Yeah, you'd be worried. Like you're taking 40 of the best players. Obviously Dublin, but if you look at like Mayo, has just fallen off so much because what can they do? They can't replace. I don't know how many players from Mayo ladies have gone over.
Yeah,
maybe 7 or 8.
There's definitely
So that part of it would be. I don't know what the answer is for it.
But it's like, and we get caught up in it talking about, say, the younger talents like a Kobe McDonald or a Ben Murphy getting, I suppose, poached at 17 or 18, but. These are the best players in the country that are now going over to Australia and it's like playing professionally, which is incredible. And Sinead, are you seeing that when you guys are over there and you're trying to make it in professional in sport, that the impact that it's having back home as well? Do you guys see that the negative? You can only see the positive.
No, but I can see the positive, but I can also see like Carla's point, and I agree. If you know what I mean, you want to have your best players playing on the whole team the whole time. So like even I know for myself, you're kind of splitting between the two. You're trying to do as much as you can for one team and the other, and it is hard because you're trying your best. So I can definitely see that point. You want ladies Gaelic football to be showcasing the best talent, and like as Carla alluded to that Galway game, like we won the All-Ireland, and afterwards we're like, 56,000 people watched our standard, and we're so much better, if you know what I mean, than that. So you always want to like showcase the best talent, and if they are going professionally, you're losing that in Ireland.
What do you think the answer is?
Oh God, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah. I don't.
Because you were like, this was floated in front of you too back around 2018, 2019. You know, when you're in the peak, you're what, 23, 24 at that age maybe?
Yeah, and look, as I've said, to different interviews or whatever, like you can see why so many young girls are going, like the lifestyle, the opportunity. I think what's happening is girls are finishing college, and it's a time to go and travel and then come back, which absolutely is understandable. I really don't know what the answer is. I think I don't know, is the season actually?
Yeah, like I think so. Like this year, I think we got to the final, and then the season's pushed, so it was like 1 week and it was straight into games. So like clubs also in AFL are saying you can't really do both because you need to be there for the full pre-season and everything like that. So I definitely think
There's more franchises around.
Yeah.
I saw one solution, somebody suggesting that there should be an LGFA franchise, and that's the way they enter from there.
Okay.
But go over like the URC, the South Africa teams in the URC. But
can I ask you, Sinead, what's your day to day in Australia?
Yeah.
Like, what's your Monday morning and afternoon like?
Yeah, like so Monday is we come in, we have like a team meeting, you have massage, physio, and then you have gym, and then we've skills, and then we've lunch together, and then recovery. Tuesday's an optional.
So would you have gym and skills on the same day every training day?
Yeah. And then on Tuesday it's an optional like skill session, which I'd always go to, and then you do uppers and bike. Then Wednesday is our heavy training session, so that's like physio, massage, team meeting,
Being paid,
training.
James.
Team meeting. No, but like
Getting every drop.
and then gym, and then again it's just like psychology and stuff like that, or and then Friday's half a day, so the kind of same thing. Yeah.
matches.
But you can see like we're all like athletes, or ex-athletes.
Well, you guys
like
are.
the appeal of that, like
Unbelievable.
to train every day. Yeah, okay, get paid out, but that's of course a lovely thing to have as well. But just to test yourself, I'm gonna go over here and I'm gonna train every day. I'm gonna recover, and then we're gonna go and play a match and just put yourself in the best possible shape to perform. That's an unbelievable appeal for anyone going over. The young lads or the young ladies going over.
It's funny, like Paddy, you would have been on one of the last international rules tours for the under-17s back in the day, right? So you came close to it, but on the road up from Killarney and Clare today, James turns to me and goes, "Do you know, I'd like to go to Perth."
Just for a night out, like.
If an AFL club come in from, he'd like to go to Perth.
I think I could survive in
Phone
Perth.
rings.
Make it work.
It'd be tempting, but it'd be tempting for anybody. Like, did you find it hard to say no to it? Because I know life maybe wasn't.
Yeah, that time in my life it was. No, at the time I thought like it wasn't very big. When I got that phone call, it was coming up to the Galway All-Ireland final, and it was, you'd have to fly out the day after to go and do like a recce. I don't think too many girls were over there in 2018.
No.
Maybe Cora at the time, Cora
Cora
Staunton
might have
maybe.
been. I think you had it in
Inish
the works.
Considine was
Yeah.
over around that time too, yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, it was like to go over and do a recce, and they had thrown out Olivia Divley's name. Whether that was ever true or not, I haven't spoke to Olivia about it.
Yeah.
And I would have had to tell Mick Bohan that before the final I was going to fly out the day of the final because they were going to release it after. I just said absolutely not.
The fear of that just
Yeah,
puts
the
you
fear
out.
of that was no. I don't want to lose a position.
Yeah.
But there's also, Carla, like at that period, you guys were such a dominant team as well at home that that's a massive appeal to stay
Yes,
as well. Like it's.
And you had to fight so hard to get to where you got to at that time too.
It's hard to get to the top.
Yeah, so at a time the decision that was there to go over just for 2 weeks was a bit of a holiday, and I was like, well, it'd be nice to do a holiday after the All-Ireland. It's free, it's paid for flights and everything. Was I ever going to go over there? My life was never going to lead for me to do that, so I always kind of knew it was a no, but I thought it would be nice to go and see what the professional setup looks like and bring something home.
Yeah.
But yeah, you can, as I said, you can see why so many do it. Like, we love sport, we love playing. And to be able to go and do that every day from Monday, to concentrate and put 100% into just your work, which is your playing, what we love doing, it would be nice.
And it is class, and I think it's a conversation that's going to continue because, we're seeing there with the GPA and image rights in the last couple of weeks, you know, I think with the WGPA and the foundation and the fact that it's all kind of together now under the GPA, I think you guys have been getting grants for only the last 7 or 8 years, am I right? Now James is saying the grants are only paid for a night out. Is that it?
Well, they were low in my time anyway.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we're even less, I think. Like,
you know?
it was this year and last year was the first time where we would have noticed considerably amount, like a grant coming into our bank accounts.
And you're playing with the Dubs since you were 18 and 8, so like you're talking 15 years of...
And like tolls and everything, like, do you know what I mean? So
What
like,
do you mean?
If you're saving like for petrol and tolls, like that's all adding up that you're going to the whole time. So and like ladies' gay footballs even now are still out of pocket, if you know what I mean. So I think obviously with Dublin, I think our setup is very professional. Like, you know, I look at Melbourne and Dublin and I feel like it is professional, but like the mindset, like you have more time in Dublin, but like everything in Dublin is professional.
But
like
was it always like that with you guys? Do you know, like you're in there since 2010?
Yeah.
Earlier even?
No, I think the game has stopped. Like I think like strength conditioning now is like massive part of it. But no, we used to get like gear before Leinster final, like in Crow Park, like boots and socks. Like were you there for all that, were you?
I was 2014, 13 I came in the end of it. It was still, in terms of like physios and strength and conditioning, and we used to get meals like once a week when I started coming in, but that came, I think we were always quite luckily ahead of the curve. Yeah. Mick, when Mick came in, he was just like, I know what the standard of men's football is like, and I don't see why this gap is here. Yeah. And then like, even I still remember, if it like strength conditioning, I think with Pablo, we used to like lie on each other's on the ground and walk on each other's stomachs for like our core, and like that wouldn't be allowed now. That was like 12 years ago, and we're all like, okay. I thought it was like, and then Martina Farrell and we used to punch each other in our like ovaries before the game, and like now we wouldn't do that. So
sounds like
the strength conditioning
similar to junior club football in media, like 2008 and 9.
They're only catching up.
Like, so with that now, I'm like, I look back because I was like, now the strength conditioning, like all of that, it's gone way more professional. But like, yeah, Dublin have always been ahead of the curve. Even like back then, we were probably doing gym when other senior counties weren't doing it. Like, walking on each other's stomach, probably not good for anybody.
Whatever works.
Is that like the biggest change going? You come in, say, in 2010, and it's the 10s in Dublin GA are go down as like the most successful period ever, both for men's and women's, and it was an incredible period. And looking at the growth of the women's game, like I said, the attendances, the coverage, the level, the skill level, it's a 15-year period. What's the biggest change from you walking first as an 18-year-old to now winning the All-Ireland again this year? Is it the strength and conditioning, the athleticism, or is it kind of the whole package? The coaching? Is it a broad question?
You mentioned, like, is the level of coaching, like, is...
Yeah, I think there is a huge... I definitely think the strength and conditioning is, like, you can't compare to what it was when I would have come in. When I look at a picture of me in 2014 and I look at the girls that are trying to come in now to our squad as 18, 19-year-olds, like, they can't get near it for 2 or 3 years just because of physicality. Whereas there were some of us who could step in on our first year because physicality wasn't there. Like, they physically break down. It's not even on the pitch, it's like training.
Just the load.
Yeah, the load is just too much, the gym is too much. They break down if they aren't controlled, in which we are getting. So yeah, that for me, that would be the biggest thing, is definitely the physicality point of view.
I'm even a bit like that. I look back at photos of me playing at the start, I'm mortified. I'm shamed to the gills. I'm like, up that photo. I'd have backed down again straight away.
Reach the peak.
The jersey is like hanging off, you know. It's.
I think that for most young players, that is the case.
But no, the level to come in at is so much higher. Like you need to be ready straight away.
It's just to be able to actually sustain the training. It's to be able to go out and train 4 nights a week and be in the gym 4 nights a week. If you don't have a certain level, you just can't keep it up, is what I think.
No.
Or we're seeing anyway.
Can I pivot a little bit? The celebrations for you and for like the team and for Bodie, like it felt like there was a lot of emotion when I'm looking back on the game earlier on in the week, when I'm looking at sports file photos. Something felt different about 25. What was it like?
I think it was 24, and that the fact that we lost, and 24 was kind of that we were told we were going to win everything, that they were the strongest team in the country. I remember listening to Nadine Doherty before driving up the road to the Galway game. I think it was on the Wednesday night, and it was just like, I can't see anyone getting near the Dublin ladies. They're so strong, and the hurt from that. And then you get to a point, I suppose, as you're a bit older, and we probably do have the older girls on the team.
Yeah.
There's there is a level of a good chunk of us who've been there for a very long time, and yeah, you just appreciate it more. You realise that they don't come every year, and you appreciate them so much. And I think that's what the emotion of the final whistle is. Just we know what it feels like to not win after winning, and we know how special it is to win.
And do you reckon that crept in a bit, hearing how good you are constantly? Do you reckon it does seep in even without wanting it to?
It could, but not that day. Maybe on previous years it could have, like 2021, I'd probably say the year we were going for 5 in a row and Meath bet us. Yeah. Maybe that year did it creep in, possibly. But 2024 was, I genuinely think it was, the team was a bit shook. We lost our half forward line. We didn't respond well on the day, and just Galway played better on the day than we did.
25 for you?
Yeah, like
you missed 2010. The All-Ireland in 2010.
Yes, I was in Thailand.
You were travelling. And I think you said afterwards you're never going to go travelling again.
Yeah, because I remember I decided that, I was just like, I want to go to Thailand with my school friends and everything like that. And then I remember being in Croke Park, seeing them lift the cup, and then that was just like, no, I don't want to
watching.
Yeah, I was back at the time, yeah.
You had
you went to the game? Like?
Yeah, I went to the game, and I just remember seeing them lift the cup.
But like that 2010 All-Ireland, like, and I know people won't forget, but like that's the one All-Ireland that punctures Cork's uttered on. Like it's 11 and 12 for Cork.
Yeah.
And then you meet Cork in 2 out of 3 or 3 in a row from 14 to 16.
Yeah.
You're captain.
Yeah, because we lost. I think it was in Kerry we lost by a point. It was always the quarterfinals before then that we hadn't reached. So then, obviously when they won and seeing them win in 2010 and everything like that was like obviously you're very happy for them, but you want to be part of it, if you know what I mean.
I used that phrase. I was so happy.
He was there at 11. He had the same thing at 11.
But like
you couldn't go. You couldn't go.
Did you go?
No, I didn't go. No.
Okay. Yeah.
That was tough.
That's hard.
Yeah, but it's exactly what you're saying, Goldie. It's like it's amazing, but there's a selfish party as well going. Jesus. And it either drives you on and you want to go do more of it, or like you said, your approach, that's not happening again. Yeah. And it turned out well for both of us. We've been able to get back there, but it's hard. Yeah, it is.
I think you know how much like work went into it, and you see how like happy. You just know that feeling of being part of a team when you win, and you're like you want to be part of it.
Like, better.
Yeah, and then even just the days after and those moments with your family and your friends and the team in the dressing room, like when you've been there and you felt that, you're just like, oh God, I don't like. I'm in fear of missing out. Yeah, completely. Yeah. You just want to be there. Yeah.
Yeah. No, you could definitely see how much it meant. I read a great piece with Kieran Shannon had done with you a couple of years ago in the Irish Examiner, and it. Mathematically, I can't even wrap my head around it. But you lost 4 All-Irelands in 26 months with club and county.
Oh, did I? Okay.
In But you struggled.
He does this like this is meant to be like a fun, engaging interview, and
but
I'll just start crying over it.
The year before, so it's 14, 15, 16, and I want to get into the story of both of your clubs in a few minutes. But Foxrock-Cabinteely had gone from Junior E to All-Ireland club finals in the space of nearly a decade. Yeah. And I think when you lost that 4th All-Ireland, and they're all by a score, I think you needed a break at the time, and Mick Bahan gave you a bit of time off, and you needed that, like.
Oh, definitely. I think because that was when we were losing with Dublin too, and at that time you were playing with Dublin, and then on the Wednesday you're back with your club. Like there was a 2-day break, if you know what I mean. And then obviously it was brilliant with Fox Cab. We won 6 county championships with Dublin, and then we lost the 4 All-Ireland. So like it was such an amazing time, but when you're like training the whole time complete, it's tiring, you know what I mean? You're
Emotionally,
getting a bit of a burn out. Yeah. So after that I remember being like, I don't think I can come back, Mick. And then
at all, like.
Yeah, I just said I just needed a break, if you know what I mean. And then there was a few of us that felt the same, just the hurt, and then we decided to come back, and then we won that year, so it was good.
And this is a stupid question, but like, is it worth it? Like all the bloody pain when you do get over the line? Yeah,
and I think when you are older, you appreciate it. I think even like before, we had a psychology meeting before the All-Ireland this year, and there was like 4 of us bawling, crying, and I remember Hedge was like, "You're always crying." I'm like, I know, because I'm just like so emotional that you're so proud to be there, and you just know how close you are, but you can also know it's just going to be taken away from you, if you know what I mean. Yeah. So like it is worth it. Like the highs are the highs and the lows are the lows, but like you're around people, they see the best of you, they see the worst of you, if you know what I mean. But it's that like
It's a journey, like it is. It is.
And not too many people get to experience that. Like,
No.
you know, people say, oh, you give up so much time and you miss this and you miss that. But it's like, well, how many people in the world can say they were a part of 30 or 35 or 42 with your management and have felt this feeling?
Was there an excitement when Carla Rowe breaks into the Dublin team?
Yes, because Carla came. There's always like one kid
Little
that comes in,
brat.
and she was like, but like you knew she had it, if you know what I mean. And yeah, like full of energy and just you're like great, because sometimes, as Carla says, it takes like other players to come in, but yeah, the energy she brought. And I still remember our first All-Ireland final and the police escort.
Oh.
So like we do this every year. Carla's just like, when she smiles, she gets so happy. She's like, we've got Carla escort, and she's like running up and down the bus, and we're like going to Crow Park.
Focus, Carla,
like,
focus.
like,
There's a match here.
Still before the game.
No, before the game. She's still now
yeah.
this time.
Still,
She
even
gets
this
so
year.
Stick to
excited.
the process.
Yeah.
But I'm like, enjoy, this is so cool.
Yeah.
How many people, like,
very
unless it's
cool.
bad, I don't know what reason you get guard escorts for, but
Yeah.
you're either very famous or something bad has happened.
Something bad,
so,
yeah.
And I'm neither of those. So, yeah, it's like,
That's
take
class.
it in.
Yeah.
And did that fuel how you played? Did you bounce off that
I
energy?
think about All-Ireland final days as like, this is it, go out and just show what you've got, because why else have you been training all year? I love them. Like, obviously there's nerves, but our psychologist, Elaine Kelly, who played with the Dubs, is brilliant. And like, I remember very early, she was like, nerves and excitement are actually the same feelings. Like, they physically feel the same. It's how you want to mentally talk about them.
Okay.
So I always am just like, I'm so excited.
Yeah. But did you, like, I know Elaine is working with you. Did you have that before though? Were you kind of doing that already? Or did something click?
I can't remember when I was younger being very nervous.
Okay.
I loved it, and yeah, I probably was a lot of energy for people to have to take in my younger years. I do, like, as I got older on the bus and the guard escorts at the All-Irelands, I'm like, I need to just remember that some people, like Martha Burnaby, sitting there like not looking at anything, and Leah, and I'm there bouncing around looking at all the traffic that's been stopped.
Oh, the lights.
Yeah. So yeah, you start to read the room a little bit.
No, I love
But that's
this.
great to not be in your own head at that stage, because I always found coming up to the game, you can get too in here and you're thinking about the wrong things, whereas if you are just enjoying the moment, you're actually not thinking about anything, and you're way more able then to rely on your skills.
Yeah, exactly.
When the time does come.
Yeah, I think we played Donegal COVID year, and we had to go separately in our cars. And I had actually really enjoyed that COVID time of being at home and having a bit of time, but I trained really well. And I was like, I can't wait to go into matches. Because you know the way some people didn't train as much and other people did, and I knew I trained really well. And I went down to that game and I thought about the game the whole way down there. Yeah, and I played terribly.
Was that the one when we all played terribly? And
Everyone played terribly, but I had like thought I was going to do really well, and I was going to show how much, and I just thought about it so much.
Too
It
wound.
was terrible. Like, I drove home by myself then because no one was allowed me in the car crying.
You had no distraction on the way to...
Yeah. So
You did, and you do deliver on big days though. Like, I think All-Ireland final against Mayo, you score a goal, you set up. Definitely one of Sarah McCaffrey's goal that day. You scored 2 goals in another All-Ireland final. I think maybe Sinead Goldrick might have missed that one, or maybe she was injured, but you definitely...
could have been the
Did you take a penalty that day? I can't remember. You scored 2 goals that way, 1 from play anyway. You don't score in the 19 final, but not many did, apart from Sinead Goldrick. But, and then you've like 2-4.
Goals win games.
2-4 in the 2020 semi-final, I think 1-3 in the final. I'm going to bring you back though to something that I came across, and I honestly think it's one of the cruelest things I've ever seen in sport, and it was All-Ireland minor final.
Here you go.
Oh
again.
no.
I want to show you a photo. I want to show you a
No,
photo.
you're not allowed to bring that up.
What is it?
This is a replay.
It's one of the cruelest things I've ever seen. This photo, you've just been beaten by a point.
Yeah.
Replay, last minute goal by Galway. I think the Divleys were playing for Galway at the time.
They were. It was like a Olivia Divley shootout.
And I just think this should be banned. They awarded you player of the match, and you had to do like a photo afterwards, and that's horrendous, like.
Yeah, and it's funny because it was obviously that was terrible. That was our leaving cert results day.
Oh Jesus!
Oh God.
Yeah, a load of
leaving
us.
cert
No
go
wonder
well,
you're
at
so
least.
sad.
I didn't care. I was like, whatever. A load of
Just putting the game on that night.
20
Yeah,
points in the league.
minor All-Ireland final replay, and a load of us were getting results. Like, some of the girls didn't open. I remember Alwyn Kerry, I think, didn't open her results.
Wait
She was
till
Before the game.
nervous.
Oh
Maria
God!
McGrath. I was like, now imagine you've lost and you have to open your results.
Oh, that's horrible.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Jesus, Tommy.
I'm going back to a bad memory here. Sorry.
She's won 20 All-Irelands. Let's talk about them instead. Like.
But
Do you know
it
what
has
must
all.
be fair awkward as well is walking into the dressing room with the man of the match trophy when everyone else is just
Oh yeah, I was just crying. I was physically crying holding this trophy.
Yeah,
Some of the girls bring it up and slag me.
Do
So
they?
you're okay. I've seen it.
But then 21 All-Ireland, you declared a match again, and you
hold
win
on
that
to
one.
those things.
You win
yeah.
that one as well.
It's funny because when we played Galway in the last couple of years, I have always, and our group of girls have always been like really nervous of Galway.
Okay.
We're like, these
that
girls,
team,
we know what this team is. They're similar to us. They've come up. So yeah, that's what even this year, I think I was so heightened in that match after missing
That
the previous
semi-final.
year. Yeah.
Yeah, it didn't stop you. That goal, you were enjoying.
showboating.
Yeah.
It was the best goal I've seen. Like,
Sensational.
It was,
Yeah.
Never again. It's a
You got
one
in
time
trouble.
only.
You got in trouble though, didn't you?
By one of my players.
Yeah.
I don't know. I can't repeat what she said. She ran up, cursed me, and called me an idiot.
Oh,
But if you did pick that up, the best you could have done is fisted it over.
Yeah.
Because they'd been on you. It was definitely the right call. but-
Sensational. Back heel goal into the back of the net, like iconic
We'll
stuff.
take that. Yeah.
Extra time All-Ireland semi-final. Yeah, incredible.
Yeah, I've watched it a couple of times to be like, why did I do that? Like, I don't remember it like that happening and thinking it through. I definitely didn't think it through, but I just remember seeing the keeper and it was like now or never.
Yeah,
And-
instinct.
Yeah, it just went. It went ahead of me, and I knew it was gone beyond it, so I just needed to go for it.
You are listening to the Football Pod Club on Off the Ball, brought to you with thanks to AIB, proud sponsors of the All-Ireland Senior Club Championships in LGFA, Camogie, football and hurling. Because we believe support is what gets you the life you're truly after. Lads, can I talk to you about your clubs? Because they've both been really interesting journeys. And while you both started with the Dublin Seniors at the same time, you were both kind of A-team, you broke in with the seniors, you had different journeys up to that. You only started the sport at the age of 12. You were winning All-Ireland under 14, under 16 and minor. Like, was football always a part of your life? Was it always there for you?
Yeah, and I think like I look back and like I think it was like school, and then I played Gaelic, athletics, and basketball, if you know what I mean. But Gaelic was always just the one that I absolutely loved.
And why was that?
The people, do you know what I mean? Like, and yeah, as I said, getting married, still all the club girls are still there, and like we had a really good group going up, and then also our management, like with Fox Cop at the time, were like DCU, they were over Dublin too, so there's a really high level of kind of coaching, and I think that's so important, especially at club level, because it like you need good coaches, you need a good structure, and yeah, I've kind of been very lucky with Dublin and club to kind of have really those people around me. Like,
Was it a tough choice, Goldie, with like excelling at other sports? And we speak with this a lot.
The benefits.
Young players play every sport.
Yeah.
Get exposure to everything. There's lots of crossover.
Yeah.
And ultimately you find out what one you like best. Was it a case you loved Gaelic football the most? Were you the best at Gaelic football? Was it parents or was that a hard choice to say, I'm going to stop all of them because this is the one?
I think my mum and like they let me do, they did as much as I
Play
can.
everything.
Yeah, so like, but I still remember Gaelic, my coach was like, you've played a basketball match before this game, didn't you? And then like, you were like getting in trouble and stuff, and I used to just do it, but like not tell them. And like,
Still went on up until about.
yeah, still, yeah. And then like I remember doing gymnastics and then having like dirt on my knees, and I was like late, like hanging there. Do you know what I mean? So you're just like trying to make it work. But if you actually look at, I think one of the Dublin, I can't remember what game it was, but 6 of the girls, or the backs, were from Closhescon, and our basketball team in Closhescon was really good. It was our school.
You won a lot of All-Ireland.
Yeah, like, so we had a really good coach, a really good, like, there was just, all the way up, and like, they were all defenders, and then there's 6 of them were playing with Dublin. So I definitely think basketball is very transferable for like, hand-eye coordination and all of that. So yeah, I think even for kids, like, get them into whatever,
play everything.
they want.
You definitely did the 3 best, I reckon. Gymnastics, athletics, and basketball are the 3 most important, I reckon.
Soccer maybe as well.
Soccer, I reckon you get bad habits of soccer.
Have you, Sophia, signed up yet for any of them?
She's in 6 months old, she's in gymnastics.
Oh yeah.
She's not crawling yet, she has the basketball there.
There's hip mobility.
There's the bands. There's the bands on doing the
What do you
crab
do athletics-wise?
Hurdles and then long distance. But like, I think, I remember like, that was the one that I was like, you kind of need to focus in on, and that was just the individual thing of it I didn't like, that kind of way. And I I'd kind of just do competition. Like they were trying to make me, and I was like, no, that was one I was kind of happy. Like I don't really enjoy. Obviously, I did enjoy.
And like
it.
you had serious pedigree. Were you Leinster champion of 400 metre hurdles? Like
Yeah. So
Jeez,
it
that's
was just
a hard event as well, isn't it?
yeah. But yeah, I just kind of decided not to go in college with that. I was like, school were kind of allowing me to do it, and then I just said no. I wanted to focus on basketball and Gaelic, and then AFL came in the mix at some stage.
What's next?
You never know. Yeah.
Did you play other sports? Like I hadn't realised it, but you only picked up Gaelic football at 12 or 13 when you moved out to the Naul.
Yeah, that was it. Moved out here.
Moved out to the country.
Yeah. I did gymnastics
Okay.
for years, but no, I suppose it probably wasn't in my house. I was doing gymnastics in school. I loved sports. I loved sports day. And I did soccer then when I went to secondary school.
Okay.
But no, nothing. I did a bit of athletics as well in secondary school, and like that was pretty good at the long distance running stuff. So, but it just wasn't for me. I just remember thinking, right, where is the end line? Like that's what I'd be thinking the whole way through. So I don't think that's what you want to be doing.
And did you always have a ball in your hand in your teens? Like
Yeah, I did. Once I found Gaelic, I was like, oh my God, I want to. I remember, and I even tell kids, like I would be going into schools and stuff that, and I tell students like it was like a stepping stones for me. There was 2 girls playing for Dublin, and I wanted to be as good as them. It was just the competition for me was just what was driving me, and it was okay. I'm going to try and be as good as, let's say, you.
That's class.
And in the next couple of months,
And
I
he's
think.
your age.
Yeah, it would be like, well, when I was 13 and joined, we had no 13s or 14s. We had to play 16s. So you'd be playing 16s and minor at like 13, which is crazy now when you think of it. But I always think it did me great. It did a lot of us girls.
Fast track scenery.
Yeah, it did. I think the girls who loved it and were quite strong excelled because you were put against tougher opponents.
Sink or swim then.
Yeah, but then
Yeah.
I suppose you lose a couple of girls along the way because the weaker girls then are struggling against harder opponents. But yeah, it was just I just wanted to try and constantly claw my way up to mark the best and try to compete with them.
was there people in Clonmara in the club that got you hooked, or was somebody at home, or was it just you in school? Like
No, it was my neighbours. I'm not in like the village. I'm out in my home house out the country roads, and like they just load up on a Wednesday and a Friday night, and they'd be. Mossy McGrain was my neighbour, and my clubmate for years, Megan, was playing. So he was just like, "Come on, jump in, we'll bring you down." And me and my sister, we both went down, and she stopped playing, but yeah, that was it.
Jesus, yeah.
My neighbour, our first manager, who was there he was with me from under 13s to about 4 years ago. He was down the road as well. So,
Okay.
you know, it would literally be like if you were outside the gate, they'd just say, "Right, jump in." You'd be like, "I'm going to train and bye."
Brilliant. The Foxrock-Cabinteely story is crazy, really. Like, only founded in the year 2000 as the first ever. I couldn't believe this. The first ever ladies football only club.
Yeah.
How is that not more of a thing? Like, do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
you know, especially when it's. I know integration is on the cards now, wherever we are at on that journey, but the fact that they're the only one at the time was absolutely insane. But obviously that's a huge thing for you, because as you're growing up then, and you're probably falling in love with football at that time, there's a club there ready and looking for you.
Yeah, and like also just even access, like we got the pitch whenever we wanted, like there was nothing, you know, I know like you hear from other clubs that like the guys would always get the main picture, then we didn't, like, so kind of, our age group from under 10, we just built all the way up, and then we didn't get to that like winning All-Ireland Club Championship, but like we like had the best time, if you know what I mean.
You cleaned up for so long.
We were kind of like the Croaks, so everyone hated us, but we had a great time.
You said that, Sinead.
But I think you look back, like, 'cause it was always around Christmas time, and then you be there with like and your family and everything like that, and like all the club people. So like it was just such a special time. And again, it's like when you haven't been able to play for your club, you just appreciate it so much, you know. But also when you're winning, it's like the best feeling also when you're doing it with a group of players.
And it's like I came across this photo of a Dublin under 14 team. Like Hannah Turin in goals, like
Hannah Turin in goals, like, and now she's like the best forward, like it's just crazy.
She was in goals I remember going to a game for one of the girls in the club. It was like the was there a junior B Dublin team or something like that? There was like a B Dublin team, and she was the goalkeeper for it. Which is mental.
And then she played rugby, and then like last year she was like outstanding. Do you know what I mean? So it's just
exceptional.
It's incredible. What an athlete. But 24th of July, Tarman-Barry in Longford, an All-Ireland under 14 final replay, and the Dublin team that day is absolutely ridiculous. As I mentioned, Hannah in goals. You got Shona Barrett, Sinead O'Mahony, Leanne Quinn. You can stop me at the All-Ireland winners, the future All-Ireland winners.
Yeah.
Sinead Goldrick, Fiona Hudson, captain.
Yeah.
Karen McGlynn, Amy Connolly, Niamh McAvoy, Noelle Healy, Ailish McKenna, Arlene Cushion, Julianne Forbes, Sinead Cullen, Deborah Garrity.
Oh my God.
And then on the bench, I'm not going to go through all 30, but Amy Ring is there. I spot a couple of others. You might spot a few others there as well. But that's just remarkable that that amount of
Niamh
players
McAvoy,
in one team.
Well, Healy, that's
I always think a great team is made up of a
core,
core group of one underage team.
Yeah.
Like even yours was as well, wasn't it? Your great team.
Oh yeah,
The
boys came through. Yeah.
There's 7 or 8 lads.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because they're so close, they've been through a lot, they want to stick
Foundation
around.
for everything else.
Yeah.
Good mentality.
Yeah, if you can hold them together for
Exactly.
a couple
That's
of
the
years,
thing,
if you get them through those younger age groups and hold them together, then it definitely is.
Then you only need your 2 every year
Yeah,
or
2
whatever it is.
build
to
up. Yeah,
push
add
through.
on.
Shams coming in at the side. We're just going to piggyback on you lads now.
Take the glory.
We've been doing this piece on our episode so far with Gavin White and Jane Ryan and Pádraig Joyce, and we've asked everyone to bring in something that meant something to them for their career. Carla, you brought in something from a little while back, did you? It's
I did. When you said this, I just thought this just jumped to my head. It was a clay piece. I did not make this.
That's pretty good. I know what it is.
It was a clay piece which a couple of young girls, when she came to our training, she made
Don't tell
that.
us, Jimmy.
beautiful.
That's the crest.
You can take that home if you wanted to.
Put that on the fridge there.
But she wrote me a letter. She gave me a picture that she obviously got at a match, and she made this clay piece, and it was
What age
just.
is this girl?
She was only 12 or 13, maybe even younger. And when you said about this, I just thought it just was. That's just the impact you have. And again, as you get older, you realise how long did that take that little girl to make? And she painted it and tried her best at it. And I just thought,
I think that's good.
It's great.
I think it's class.
yeah, it is. I couldn't do that. But it's just, you don't really think about those things.
Is the letter private?
Yeah.
Well, the picture's in there, so I mightn't put that out.
Okay,
but,
that's fine. Perfect.
She said, do you want me to read it?
No, just give us a
No,
look
she
at
just
it.
says she plays for her school. She's in 5th class. You're my favourite GA player ever. I want to be like you when you're older. I'll be at the next match. My dream is to be a Dublin player like you. And then she had a few questions.
Oh, that's beautiful.
I'm going to start crying here.
She's done
The letter,
the crest,
Yeah.
she's done the crest.
But I've had a number of these, and it's just, it's just you think about those things. They're so special to have, and that's not just county. Obviously, that's club, and I see it with young kids here around the village and everything. It's just we don't realise. I think when we're playing, when you're in the midst of it, how impactful we
I
can
love the
be.
fact that she's put Clonee as Dublin as well. She's living in me, but she's a Dublin.
She's like me.
I love that. I
Same
love
as Carla,
that.
her postman's always changing the dress.
We're having an ongoing fight with the
When
postman.
It's only when
That's
you're
special.
out though that you realise how big a thing you were involved in, I think.
Yeah.
Do you know,
That's it. You try and suppress it so much.
Yeah,
what-
you try and play it
Your
down,
approach is the most refreshing approach. Actually, we're doing this amazing thing, and I'm actually going to enjoy it. How many times did we go to your whole career and just nearly waiting? You don't enjoy the matches.
Yeah.
It's just get this over with and please God we win. And that.
Did you find that?
Yeah, but at times definitely. It is a massive thing, and our group. I know, even talking to some of you guys as well with your team, it's you're trying to block out all the noise, and this process thing, and I get it because it worked, and both our teams at that period were very successful. But there is an element where that kind of innocence and enjoyment piece is you do lose it. Maybe that's just part of being an elite sport is a serious thing, but
you probably lose it after losing because you need to win so much again afterwards.
There's that pressure,
Yeah.
and there is pressure because look, it's a massive thing, and it's what a thing to be able to achieve, the pinnacle of your sport. But you're right when you come out of it. That's we're so envious of you guys still in it, and the celebrations you see after winning the All-Ireland this year. We're about out a couple of years and have seen our teams win an All-Ireland, and you just go, Jesus, I would give anything to be back there and enjoy it and embrace it, because you maybe take it a little bit too seriously when you're in.
Yeah, it's something Mick always said. He always said, these are the days you just have to
they
enjoy.
are, they are.
And he always said, you will meet a teammate on the street in 20, 30, 40 years' time. And he said, you'll just look at each other and you'll know you've shared those moments together. Nothing will have to be said, and it'll be you mightn't have seen them for years, and it won't be that awkwardness. How are you? It's you've never been away from each other.
It's true.
He always said, and it's that level of respect. Do you know what I mean? Just that nod.
We
and
did
you're
this together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know
You've
what I mean?
been in the
Yeah.
trenches now. You've seen what it's like in January or coming back, and trying to bounce back from the heartbreaks and
Yeah.
yeah, I can imagine.
You don't realise you're in the good old days until they're gone.
Yeah.
You're watching The Office this week.
Office US.
Dwight, I don't know who said it.
Michael Scott, no?
It wasn't Michael Scott, but
Maybe James is a bit of a Dwight. You can be our Dwight.
there is a little bit of that.
I know you've only landed home, but
Yes.
I landed on this on this very short notice. Were you able to bring us in, Anton?
I did, yeah. I actually brought this, and probably the reason, I haven't really, it's, something very special.
You all right?
Yeah.
Take your time.
Take your time, yeah.
But doesn't it just show like that's what these
Yeah.
things?
It means everything.
Like we're talking there about what it means to play and everything that you can put into your sporting career. And you're obviously investing in yourself a lot, but it's the people around you. This little girl who's written a letter to you in 2024 about how you've inspired her, the people, the family and stuff at home. So I know this is. This is.
I think it just shows that family is everything. And unfortunately, my sister's husband had brain cancer, so he was trying to survive for that for like 2 years. And then before every final that I was in, so there was the county final. He started giving me a pair of gloves. So for 2016, it always had my name. I'd never wear them because it had the name.
I was like, I've never seen that.
But I've kept them all the way up. So he'd always give it to me. And then he passed away. I think 5 days after we lost to Meath in the All-Ireland final. And I didn't get a pair of gloves that year, and then I hadn't got one since. And then before the Cork game this year, my sister came down with 2 of the kids, and then she just handed me this. And my heart was like, and she's funny, she's like, I don't know if you'll make it to the All-Ireland, but we just need to give you this glove, because he always gives them before any final.
Wow.
So I have them all in my room, and then I always just bring one with me to Australia. So I just bought that just to kind of, but it just shows how much, your team are there for you in those tough times. And then also my sister was always just the joy that we get of going to your games. You're packing the kids in the car, you're getting everyone, and you've just brought so much, Dublin have brought so much to the family, and Hannah's the same. She's wants to play for Dublin, so she's his daughter, she's my godchild, and I'm like, what do you want to do? And she's like, I just want to play for Dublin, and you know what I mean? So she's, obviously it's just those kids, but then also I think, the impact that you'd bring to your family and the joy they get out of
The memories,
they'd even watch the girls and I'm in Australia, you know what I mean? Just the pride that you have of going to, see people play for Dublin and stuff like that. So
That's incredible.
Yeah.
It's giving me goosebumps.
So that's what I brought.
And you won the All-Ireland?
Yes, we did. And I also, because we hadn't won, I hadn't won, you guys won that year, it was 4 years. I think when I came back, I saw a psychic beforehand too and said that we were going to win.
Of course, you saw a psychic.
I was going to training, and I was like, guys, I saw a psychic.
We're going to keep that in. We're going to keep that in. I think this is a trend with you, because you got Noelle Healy in trouble when she was younger too, didn't you?
I guess some people in trouble.
Did you hear about this?
What did I do?
Noelle Healy got in trouble with her dad, I think, under maybe 10s.
Okay.
She did an interview about this. She said that she went onto the field and she ended up marking a Foxrock-Cabinteely wing back, and she first thing that was said to Noelle Healy when she walked over was, "What's your star sign?" Not run away to her the whole game. Apparently, you absolutely skinned her, and her dad gave out grief to her afterwards
For talking.
Yeah, but she was chatting, and then
Gone, yeah.
So who did you see? A card reader? Was it?
I actually saw an angel reader. I'm going to say this, but
This is getting better. Are you sure you want to keep this
anyone wants it there, she's good. She told me we're
I've
going to win
dangled
All-Ireland.
these situations too. I've been around it, so it's not alien talking to me. I've seen some of this happening.
Okay, yes.
Angel readings and stuff.
Yes, yeah.
Did you win the All-Ireland?
No.
Yeah. So anyway, if anyone wants to win the All-Ireland, I'll give you the number.
There you go. It's a great ad.
Yeah.
Did you anything else that came
impressive.
true? You don't have to say, but
there was a few things, I think I'd take it with a pinch of salt, do you know what I mean? The good stuff, bad stuff,
Keep
whatever.
that
That stuff's silly, but yeah. I remember, because Leah remembers, I think, before, when we won our first All-Ireland, I went to see one, and I go, Leah, I did it again. And she's like, I remember you did it 6 years ago when we won that year. So
that's class.
I just, we need to do it.
You never did that, James, did you?
I did actually go to an angel reader once.
Oh, did you? Okay, there you go.
They told us we were going to be beaten.
Oh, there you go.
Okay, yeah.
No, I forget what they said, but I did go to one. Right, it was expensive.
Yeah.
300 or 400 quid, I think it was.
Oh, well, mine was.
Jesus,
Mine was
really?
a lot cheaper.
Yeah.
50 euros.
Desperate
Call them
to
out.
win.
Get a refund.
Yeah.
Get a refund.
But I think some people like, I remember, I think, you probably wouldn't like that, do you?
Look, take whatever you want from it. If it gives you a little,
It helps you win.
Yeah.
Why not?
But some people are like, that's a load of, do you know what I mean? But
I'd be like, she knew, she just Googled your name, saw you played for Dublin and said, 50-50 chance, you're going to win.
Hey, be impressive if that was the case.
Yeah.
But it just shows you as well all the different personalities in the dressing room. You got to be able to let them get excited about Garda escorts or do the range reading.
But that is like, and it's really all you guys, like there's just an array of different people. Like you have the extroverts, the analytical people, the crazy people, the silent. The other way, it's just like you get them all.
Yeah, and then it's just how you get to see the best and the worst of all those different people. Like you see them on their absolute best days of some of their lives, and then you see them like that kind of training in the winter or games week, that's where your worst comes out. Sometimes when you're under the most amount of pressure. But you like you gotta love each other still.
Like team sports, like play all sports. We're sports mad country. We're all fanatical about everything. But that team sports element is always, like say, you can enjoy those moments, the best moments with the people you care about most, and then when you're at your lowest ebb as well, you have those people there with you to pick you up as well. So it's just that you keep that connection. It's like all the best teams in every sport, they have that connection with their teammates. Like, if you don't have that, you can have all the skill or fitness or everything else. But
it has to be more than a team, doesn't it? It has to be more than a football team. It has to be everything. Your social outlet, your family, your crutch if you need it.
Yeah.
And sometimes you reflect on a year and you're like, that year, you might have lost that year, and you obviously look at everything. And sometimes you come back and you're just like, the balance, even in the team or at home, there was things going on.
Don't you? You do know, like it's like just not quite right. Like
you can never prove that that's the reason why, but because sometimes when you compare it to the years where everything went well, and you look at the outside, you has a big part, has a big impact.
Yeah. Are you not sure if you're going back next year? Or were you just fobbing off the journalists last week when you were doing your? I just have to have conversations at home. Yeah, of course. But it's a big thing too. Like it's a part of it too, isn't it? Like it's such a commitment. And But like you guys were talking to us for the last hour about all you've got from it and all you've given to it too. Like it's such a part of your life.
Yeah, it is. No, look, for me, it's not a no. It's not an 100% yes. Yeah. I'm probably closer to yes than I am no. It's just you have to see this time of year which other players are coming back, and you go back for your teammates and you go back because you want to win, and they're two things that you have to just, when you get a bit older, you're kind of looking at a bit more closely.
It's probably a yearly thing that you're wrestling with around that time, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. So it's look, you need to take some time, as you said, Paddy. I think as you get a bit older, the management realise who they need to just leave alone at this time of the year, and it's the first year I've probably done that where I was always in from like the November, the gym time. Our club went a bit longer this year as well, but it's the first time I haven't gone in there.
You had a league final late.
A cup final.
In December, right?
Yeah, we did.
Did you win?
We did.
Did you end up back here?
We didn't. It was a Wednesday night.
Okay.
That's okay. You can still come here on Wednesday.
I think this would be a nice Wednesday.
It was like the worst day of rain. It was Wednesday, like 3 weeks ago, and the rain was torrential. So a few of the older ones were like, will we or not? But the jerseys were stuck to us, so no, we had it off. But it was good. It was just a cup final against Raheny. Raheny had obviously done so well in the club, so we were waiting on them
to play it.
So took our season another 3 weeks.
You did well to win it, so if you're waiting that long that's not easy hanging around for that.
Yeah, we did. We grounded out. I think Raheny were probably fitter and were technically better than us as a team because they've been going so far, but the weather definitely helped us out.
Class.
We won in the dirt, which is good.
You've got so much to look forward to over the next couple of weeks. I don't even want to ask you about next year yet.
Yeah, no, I know. I'm just going to try to get married.
Tick that box first.
Haven't seen him in like 4 months, so hopefully all that will all be okay. But just get married and then have the hen and stuff like that and just kind of see how it goes.
That's class. Well, best of luck with that. And well done as well on the season as well in Australia. Like you are the only All-Ireland champion and AFL Premiership winner too, or you were the first. You were certainly
I know.
the first.
Yeah, I think Jen is too.
Oh, Jen is too now. Yeah, but
but
you were certainly the first back in. It was 22, wasn't it, when you won it?
I think so. Yeah, which is nice.
You're better than me with the dates.
Oh.
How did you find it this year? Was it injury-wise? Was that tough?
Yeah. I actually probably my most challenging year, like in Gaelic and AFL. I I came back a week, played one game, and then popped my shoulder. And then got back in 4 weeks for that, but it was actually kind of good because I was able to rest the body, and like my hamstring was a bit sore going into that All-Ireland final. So, and then I played 2 games, and then I burst my face open here at training, and then on the Tuesday, and then on the Saturday, I actually first 20 seconds, got a hit to the face, and I fractured my eye orbital. So
Jesus.
I actually played the whole game, and I went into training on one day, and I was like, I just have a bit of, like, my vision and like ear sore. So they like, and that's the thing with the professional, they just like get a scan, and then I was out training, and then they like pulled me out, and they're like, yeah, you have a facial fracture, and I was
Oh my
like,
gosh.
great.
Before the wedding.
Yeah, I know. So it's still healing, but it'll be fine.
I did meet her mum at the All-Stars. She was like, she fractured her face. I could
Babble.
see she was
Literally
just a wedding. Like.
Yeah, she's like, I can't watch a game. So she's like, I can't. She has been able to watch a game since.
And did Mary collect your ulcer that night?
Oh no, my dad did.
Did
And
he?
I-
Oh, brilliant.
yeah,
Good man, good man.
and I rang him, and obviously he's like super proud. And I was like, Dad, like,
He's been
because-
part of your journey all the
Yes,
time.
and he is. He's such a part of it. But he rings. He's like, oh, I'm so proud of you, Sinead. And then he's like, I was like, oh yeah. He was like, I'm coming off the high from the stage. I'll call you tomorrow. you enjoy
brilliant.
that, Dad. Yeah, I could like picture him walking around with the trophy ever. But like,
Yeah, we were getting a photo. It was like all the Dublin, obviously, and they separated. And they were like, "Where's Seamus?" He was like,
Dead right.
off.
Dead right.
like he was just so happy or
That's
whatever,
class.
and he said so much fun with like all you girls and all the younger players with my mum and dad. Like they had the best time. So yeah, those nights are it was just really nice for them.
Yeah.
To do it.
That's class. Well, the fair play coming through all those injuries. Like, is it very is it more physical? Is it as brutish as?
I feel like that's me. Like I was just unlucky, like a head thing,
Okay.
and then this was just how I turned
Yeah.
the face. Yeah. So like, but I think there is a higher risk, if you know what I mean. But like I think as any athlete, you can like go into a Gaelic game doing your MCL and like you're going to hurt it again. But
Yeah.
there is a higher risk. I just don't really think about it because I just
Yeah.
And what about the shoulder?
Yeah.
Are you looking at surgery?
I rehabbed it, and I haven't had any issue with it since. So they thought they might need surgery, and I might have needed surgery for this, but it actually was okay. So
Just you're lucky.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Must have been the angel reading.
yeah, we're having some good karma here.
You said no surgery.
Check this out on the way home.
Chelsea
Yeah.
Fairy
This sounds good.
But like that is the thing, like with any injuries in the professional setup, like you can literally like there's someone there doing
Have you
rehab with
sorted?
you. You can get it set like you're in like sometimes with Dublin you're waiting 4 or 5 days to get a scan if you've done your knee, if you know what I mean. So it is
And getting the right person to read it.
exactly and stuff like that. So
Is
We've
this the
Marco
angel reading
Conor.
now, or is this the?
Huh?
Oh,
All right.
right.
This is okay.
We had Mark O'Connor on before, and he left Kerry obviously to go over to Australia with his body, not in a great place.
yeah.
And he was worried about the level of training and the
load.
the load and everything. And he said his body tidied up like that.
Yeah.
Just I suppose from the attention and from even maybe from the increase in load steadily.
Yeah.
Just improved him so.
Yeah, because you're
Probably got that bounce as well.
100%. I think like I obviously am older and stuff, and you're like, oh, I have been able to do the recovery and like the training over there that maybe has like helped me because you're definitely
It's 100% focus, isn't it? Like if you're home, you're going to work.
Yeah.
Or you come home from work and you're knackered. It's like I'm not.
You're
gonna
skipping
do
that
it.
ice bath.
Yeah,
Yeah.
basically
Yeah.
that's the reality. Yeah.
And you're sitting down on a desk, do you know, and everything
oh,
like
yeah,
that. So yeah.
We've a couple of quick ones to finish on.
Yes.
Paddy James, you jump in as well. Sinead Goldrick, the footballer, what is she to you guys? Because when you go on the Dublin profiles, I think 5 of the 30 has their sporting hero is Sinead Goldrick. Now 2 of them do have Paul Casey as there, so I don't know whether they're looking for a position in the team with that.
Yeah, we're slanging in there trying to get in the squad.
But like, I think the 2 of you have Sonia O'Sullivan down as your sporting hero growing up. I don't know whether you had a footballing hero either growing up. But like, who is Sinead Goldrick, the footballer, to you? I've seen her described as the Seamus Moynihan of the Dublin team before in terms of she'd do a job in defence, in midfield, throw her up front if she had to.
Yeah, it's hard to like put Goldie in one word, to be honest. Like I think as when you go into Dublin, it's the first thing you see the intensity, the attitude, and everything she brings. I just remember that from a young age. It was like, I want to mark her. And no one you don't want to. You didn't. It was like run away from her, but I wanted. That's the standard I want to be able to do. And then. Just as a person, it's everything. Like she's absolutely crazy mental, but everyone on the team just loves her, and yeah, it's just what she's brought to Dublin, to all of us, to the girls that she's met along the way. You just couldn't. You seriously couldn't put a word on it.
Where did that come from?
What do you mean?
That you as that, like, where did that come from? Like,
I think it's just I don't know. You always want to try be the best player you can be, if you know what I mean, and just push yourself. And I think that's I think when you're in an environment like Dublin, like you're everyone around you, if you know what I mean, and like same as Carla, like do you know what I mean, her on the field is everything, and just as a leader, like her and Leah this year, like the amount of work they do behind the scenes, like all the huddle, they want everyone to be the best player, and like Carla's the workhorse of the team, and like so honest too, if you know what I mean. You want honest leaders, you know, but like we need that, and sometimes we clash because I think we're similar. Either way, like it is like it's a back versus forwards, let's go, but like those are the things that you need, and I think
that's sort of magic happens in a team though, right?
Yeah.
When you can clash and still
I remember Goldie and Sinead Hearn, like Nerd was just so quiet, and she'd go around the pitch and like be like the sniper. And just one day, turn around, the two of them were like on the ground. I was like, only 18. What is this?
Yeah,
what have I done?
But you know, or like Goldie and Macker, like you know, Goldie and
I'm the issue.
you need
Goldie plus.
Yeah, Goldie and.
Right. Seeing a trend here.
But you do need that, like you know, you need that spark, you need that bit of personality. That brings out the best in people.
And when you stepped away for a little, like you got over to Australia, and then you're coming back, you bring me a new perspective. What are you seeing in the Dublin side that you're coming back to them?
Yeah, like I think like that's what, like when I come back to Dublin, I'm like, oh, I've really missed this, and you're so appreciative of it. And like the Hedgehows, the Cato Sullivans, the Keith O'Connors, like they used to be little babies, and they're like leaders. Do you know what I mean? And they're like, you know, just outstanding footballers. And like our forward line, we have the best forward line I think in the country. Do you know what I mean? And they're all leaders. Do you know, that kind of way. And yeah, it's special. And I think obviously Leah and Carla leading us, like, and what you've done for Dublin in terms of like the leadership in the team and like the younger players and everything like that, like that's why you want to play, and that's the setup, and you know, like the skill level she's at and everything like that, you want to play with those people. Yeah,
we were talking to the Kerry boys about how satisfactory their 15 minutes at the start of the All-Ireland final was against Donegal, and like your start to the All-Ireland final this year, like where does that come from for you? Like you absolutely took control of it from the get-go.
I think for me it's two things. It was 2021 against Meath, like any game against Meath for a lot of us is just like that hurt from 2021, and then the semi-final against Galway where we were shook for like 8 days after that game, and it was just we cannot play the way we played in the semi-final because it won't work. And I think all of that pent-up energy, and you're trying to obviously, you know, block out everything that's around you, the 2 weeks coming into an All-Ireland final, we just released it in the right way, I think.
Because it could go the other way.
Yeah, not every team does that. Like,
But as well, sometimes coming into final after a brilliant semi-final can be hard.
Yeah.
It's like you can't get back there. Whereas if you're coming in from maybe a place where you thought you should be better, it's almost easier to make the jump up at times, isn't it?
Yeah. And I think even that like week before that All-Ireland final like was horrible. Like in terms of everyone was like, you need to do like, you know, but like that's why I think the game.
You're so focused, like.
But like in a good way, everyone wanted the best and just had the things. So then it was so satisfying that when we performed, like it was all the work of everyone putting in, and then you know we kind of in that game felt we weren't going to lose, and that doesn't always happen in finals, you know. But it's like the work that went in, and it was just. Like goals were going in and we were like on top.
Yeah, it was like we had a meeting like 5 days out, and up until that point we were like cats, honestly, the whole lot of us, everything. We were like, we're in an All-Ireland final, like we need to enjoy this. And day 5 days out we had a meeting, and when we came out we were like, we're going to win.
Yeah.
We're going to do this. Let's go.
Yeah.
That's unreal. And final one, when you think of like going into All-Ireland finals in 2014 compared to 25, where is women's football now? Where is your prep? Where is the game itself?
Yeah. And
where can it go to? Like what are you seeing?
Like I feel that I think like the standard and levels definitely increasing. Like what I really want to see is like journalism and like that analytical, like, you know, journalism like to come into the game more, so that like people are reading about it. But I do think that the standard of the game is getting better and better, and we just need more exposure, if you know what I mean. And it's up to it happening in schools, like, you know what I mean, the boys and the girls pitches like being seen, you know, as the same, equal all the way up. So yeah, I just think it's going to increase, but we need to have like equality kind of for that to happen. And then double headers before the league games. Like I think that's when you'll get more fans to come, because we
coverage,
get
wider coverage
like
the board,
the main the best days are All-Ireland final because we get so much, but like if you look at the semi-finals and that's not, either way, their numbers are lower, so we just want to increase the attendance because the game is there and it's just going to get better, but we need, I think, more support.
I think like we're seeing this explosion of streaming and video and of games in the last 4 or 5 years, and all it takes is 15 seconds of a backheel goal or Amy Mackin clipping over a score or a solo dummy or a tackle from Sinead Goldrick to catch the headlines. Like, and I know the double headers is the big thing, right? Because you're probably getting in new eyeballs and this is brilliant.
Yes.
With your marketing background, is the support going to come? Do you see it coming? Like, has it come enough?
Like, if you actually look at the streaming from like the LGFA, though, you have to sign in to do a password and then you have to pay for it. So there's like 3 steps there to actually watch a stream, you know, so it needs to be accessible. And I do think that like you need to see, that Carla Rowe goal like 5 times and a little snippet on like social media, and then like people will still watch it more. So it's highlighting, the best players and like the skill sets in those 3-second clips. And then I think people will watch it. So definitely social media and kind of just highlighting like the skill set of the game. And then, as I said, I think the stories behind like
to know the players.
do you know, and even like Galway, we have a real good rivalry. Waterford, like it's just letting those stories out. And
rivalry sell, like, you know,
Yeah.
that bit of hatred or hurt that's happening
Yeah.
in games. Like
Just
that's
do like a Netflix series or something. We'd be
yeah,
fine.
yeah, bring out the Blue Sisters.
Blue Sisters too.
Yeah.
I do think hearing from players though, because it's like you know them then, do you know, and you're more likely
More
to
invested.
you're more invested, exactly.
Yeah.
It's all about just getting it out there, isn't it?
Yeah, and do you have a daughter now? Do you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I also think that now, like people who have kids, they can see that like a future for their daughter, so they want, they should go down to the club, and like now you'll probably be like, oh, what's the standard here, and like increase it all the way up, because I think when guys get a girl, their mindset changes into kind of a bit more open-minded, maybe.
You said it there, just that becomes the norm. Like, I have a daughter who's 7 months old, her daughter's 6 months old, and they'll be playing GAA. There's no, that's going to happen. And I just think what you guys have done, that Dublin team in the 10s, the 4 in a row, and then with Paul and Derek's team as well. Hopefully there's a couple of more All-Irelands. Like the men's team, I've always had the 70s team as the reference, like Heffo's team, and that was anyone young lad who was playing GA in Dublin was like, we want to be like that team. And we finally were able to put something like that together. Whereas my daughter and young girls growing up in Dublin, your team will be that team forever. It's like that team with Mick and then with Casey and Derek, that's going to be the reference for everyone. And if my daughter goes on to do even remote a couple of % of what you guys have done, or just the experiences, that's amazing. So you've set that template. In Dublin in particular, ladies Gaelic football is going from strength to strength. But as Dublin-centric, we're in Dublin, you're 2 Dublin legends. From that side of things, I think it's amazing. Fingers crossed the little lady will be wearing the blue in a few years' time.
I think one year we did like the semi-finals for the 4 teams in Croke Park, like 3 years ago, and that actually was really good because it got fans in.
Huge attention as well,
but they stopped doing that. So just like those little moments where you can actually get people to come, together and playing in Croke Park, if you know what I mean. But if it's 4 teams, like in a semi-final, there will be interest, the way then. So.
Definitely.
Yeah.
It's just, I think, about even progressing it as quick as we can. Like, there's probably, you're fighting against time. Times have changed so much over the last couple of years, but I think now people who are like having kids and in football clubs, they're people who should be with the progressive times, so it's about now we should be accelerating it much more quickly than what we kind of have been. Whereas obviously there was a stage where you just had to, it was going to be a slower process, but there's no excuse for that anymore.
Foundations are there now, it's just a case of layering it on. Sooner rather than later.
I was going to ask you about bringing in the All-Ireland, but I was speaking to a colleague of mine on the way up, and he's like, oh yeah, the All-Ireland's in a school in Swords this morning with his daughter. So, and I know you went back to, did you go back to primary school recently as well? So.
Yeah, I did. I was up the road. I was in my old gymnastics club as well. A couple of places brought into my secondary school.
Was it last week, was it Bridget? Or week before, I think.
Oh yeah, Brent Martin is just actually flat out.
There you go.
We had it for our dinner dance, and I had got it, and had to get it, drop it to someone, get it back, drop it to someone. She had to drop it to someone else.
Carla, they're good problems to have.
The Google spreadsheet.
They're very nice problems to have.
I'm looking forward to maybe when it's less busy in January, just taking it home and having it in the kitchen for a few days.
We had a thing like once it got to January, it was like no one's allowed to touch
You couldn't have it,
It was like, I don't know where someone had it, but
Yeah,
no
I think
players,
it's
like,
gone.
Yeah.
So I'm like, surely I can have it for a week or so, just
Yeah.
to take it in, because sometimes, you know, life rolls on, you don't think about it, and it's little moments of clips you might see.
You could use that with Casey now as barter. Like, if you want me to come back, give me the cup
Yeah,
for a
well,
week.
yeah,
I want it for a week.
There you go, give and take. Like,
Yeah, it's not even, it's just the memories that it brings, you know that way?
Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah, I'll say that to Paul.
Yeah.
Carla Rowe, Sinead Goldrick, thanks so much, All-Ireland champions. Thanks for taking the time out to come and chat to us, tell us your story. Like, what an incredible career so far, and so much more to come. But I think we'll definitely be coming back to Killian's and all as well. I think so.
Welcome anytime.
Yeah. AIB has kept the football pod on the road over the last couple of months with the Football Pod Club. We've our series with the All-Ireland winners in Kerry. We had Porrick Joyce on 2 weeks ago, and the All-Ireland winners in Dublin now. And we'll be with the All-Ireland champions, hopefully, in the new year, club champions. So that's us now, I think, for Christmas. Happy Christmas and best of luck getting married.
Thank
All
you.
the best.
And
All
Carla
the
got
best.
engaged also too.
Okay.
So
Okay, what's going on?
I've no wedding plans yet. But
Okay, you let us know when you're sorting that.
Yes,
we
I will.
get you on this
We
before
can
your
come
hen.
back. Yeah.
Before your hen.
Yeah.
Good luck with that as well.
Yeah,
Thanks so much, guys. Really appreciate it. It was
Yeah.
brilliant. Thank you.
Thanks so much. No, thanks for having us.
The Football Pod Club, on Off the Ball, in partnership with AIB, proud supporters of the AIB All-Ireland Club Championships for men's football, hurling, ladies football and camogie, because we believe support is what gets you the life you're truly after.